over the Rams. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. I'm sorry, I'm listening to Lincoln Ware. I'm going to try to give him a call. Okay, he's off now. Let me see if I give him a call. Will he answer? I might be banned from his personal phone calls too. Oh, boy. Come on in. I'm Emanuel Livingston. This is the afternoon experiment. I just finished watching the Lincoln Ware Show here in Cincinnati, Ohio. But you know how I normally do it. Come on in, say hi. Say hi if you don't mind. Say hi and where you from. Hi and where you from. So Robert Willis from, what did I guess last time? Madisonville. Terry Anderson from Mount Healthy. I'm just guessing now. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to just guess. If you don't put it up there, I'm going to guess. I'm going to assign you a place to be calling from. Anderson Township. Robert Willis from Anderson Township. What's up, Robert? Terry Anderson from Mount Healthy. What's up, Terry? Kenny D. Kenny D kind of checking in from Glendale. Kenny D from Glendale. I was wrong on Terry. That was downtown. Dwayne, what's up, Dwayne? Good afternoon. He's from Mount Airy. Brandy. Greetings, Brandy. Brandy's checking in. I'm guessing now. Brandy's checking in from where's Brandy? I gotta get a feel for it. East End. Brandy in the East End. All right. You can't beat that. Crystal. Crystal. Good afternoon. Crystal's kind of checking in from Westwood. All right. Hey, what's up, Crystal? So, just say hi. Kind of tell me where you're from. Hi from, wherever. Maria, good afternoon, Maria from North College Hill. Got North College Hill in the house. Keisha from Evanston. All right, got Evanston in the house. Got to make sure to put that in there. Sean Muhammad. Sean say, what's good? Checking in from Norwood. I got to guess on the ones that don't put it up there. So I assign you a part of town. So you got to act like you from there. Janice. Hey, Janice checking in. Janice, what would that be? West End? Janice from the West End. Carolyn, good afternoon. From East Walnut Hills. All right. Lewis Johnson, aka CK. Did you ever attend Acropolis Chili while it was alive? I don't know that I understand the question. I don't think I understand the question. Have I ever been to Acropolis Chili? If that's what you're asking, yes. Did I ever attend? That was the weirdest way to ask that question, I think, possible. Brenda. All right, Fairfield. What's up, Brenda? Good afternoon. And Emanuel and family from Springfield. All right. But you're delivering oxygen tanks in Cincinnati. The kind that you can charge on the access. Well, you can charge anywhere but the access, apparently. Let's see. Tracy, good afternoon. Tracy, let me see. There is no picture there. So Tracy wants to be anonymous, which says Tracy might even be a fake account. Where do fake people live in Cincinnati? Where are the fake people? Clifton. Tracy from Clifton. I just said that. I don't know that fake people live in Clifton. Sean Muhammad said he from the zone. All right. Cindy, hey. Crystal says she is checking in from Westwood. She's in Forest Park at work. All right. Anthony, what's up? Good afternoon, Anthony. Anthony is kind of checking in. Probably Probably from Lachlan. Quintano says all the city. Well, I don't know about that, Quintano. You can't be everywhere at once. Sean, yeah, you from Norwood now. You got to hate black people the whole nine. You ain't got no choice. You could have just put where you was from up there, and then you wouldn't be from Norwood today. Um, Joe Whittle. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I intended on calling and checking on Lincoln. Let me see if I can get him. Wait a minute, I can do it. I can try to do it. I've never actually made an outgoing call. Never made an outgoing call. See, he gonna see that and he not gonna recognize my phone number. Let me see if he'll answer anyway. I'm trying to call Lincoln. I just want to check on him, see how he doing. Check on him, see how he doing. If he answers his phone. He answered it and hung up. Who does that? I'm gonna try it one more time. And then I'll call on my number. Who just answers the phone call and then just hang up? See if he'll answer. He's not answering.
This is Lincoln Ware, the great African American.
Oh
I'm not available now. Leave a number and I'll call you back.
All right, I'm not leaving a message. Now let me try to call him on my phone. See if he will answer. I just want to wish him well. That's it.
Yes, Mr.
Mr.
Livingston.
Ware, how you doing?
Better. I'm in the bed. I got off there and went right to bed.
All right. You need me. I'm offering you my services, Mr. Ware. I'm telling you right now. I will come over twice a day and wrench that knee until it feel better. I will do it twice a day, 7 days a week. I will make time to come over and make you my hero and my friend. Make you feel better.
Right. I'll pass on that one, but thanks anyway.
All right. Just don't say I ain't never offered you nothing.
All right. All right.
But everything going all right. The knee healing up good and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's on. I guess it's on schedule. It feels better every week, so I guess it's doing all right. But it's getting over these first couple of months is the tough part.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna hold you too long. Go ahead, and I know you done probably already popped in pills, so you about to doze off. So go ahead and get you some rest. And again, the offer stands. Anytime you need me to come over and wrench that knee,
I will definitely remember that.
I'll wrench the shit out of it for you, Mister. All right. Have a good one.
All right. See you later.
All right. That's Lincoln Ware. He does not want me to come over there and wrench that knee. That's what my mama used to say. I don't know why she pronounced it like that. You know, wrench it. Let's see what we got going on today. I like Lincoln Ware. Look, in spite of the fact that me and Lincoln Ware, you know, we go back and forth and all of that kind of stuff, I really like and respect Lincoln Ware. Clearly I don't agree with a lot of his views, but I really like and respect Lincoln Ware. And you know, y'all know when I got fired, people, oh, Lincoln didn't have nothing to do with that. Matter of fact, Lincoln was like, man, just go get the shot. And what it's gonna be like without you here. Like, just go get the shot. Don't be stupid. Get the shot. So yeah, I really do. I like and I respect Lincoln Ware. And you know, I like to pick with him. Cause he, cause he's just fun to pick with. He had the best reactions of anybody to pick with. So yeah, I like Lincoln Ware. I like to pick with him, and I hope he heals quickly. I hope he heals quickly. Um, oh, Tamiko's on here. Hey, what's up, Tamiko? And thank you. I miss it to the extent that I'm still on here doing this. Like I miss the interactions with the people. I'm okay with not working for the company. I'm okay with not working for the company, but I do miss a lot of that stuff. Um, Ross says that offer sounds gay as hell, bro. Why don't you just come on out the closet? Why don't you just come on out the closet? You the only person that I know of. Well, not the only one. You and Marcus are like the only two people that I know of that finds homosexuality in literally everything. And to think that much about homosexuality, it's something there. It's something there. So just come on out the closet, bro. We'll still like you. We'll still respect you as a human. We'll still respect you as a human, and then all of your homosexual stuff will make sense. Because pretending to not be homosexual and then turning everything homosexual is confusing. I'm a heterosexual man, and I've had people say stuff that could easily be confused for some gay stuff. And I never thought, oh, that's gay. I just be like, it's funny because somebody could confuse it that way. Like you, Ross. But just you can come out, man. We are at least here. At least here. We are tolerant. We are tolerant. As a matter of fact, if y'all can, anybody who's watching, just to encourage Ross to come on out. And that it's okay. We won't disown you. Can y'all put up like, they got the little gay flag emoji? Just in solidarity with Ross Freeman. In solidarity with him. Can y'all put up the little rainbow homosexual LGBT flag thing? Thank you, Brent. Just to let you know, Ross, we here for you, bro. We here for you. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to, pretend to be, live a lie and all of that kind of stuff. We here for you. Just come on, y'all. If y'all with me, thank you, Michelle. We stand with you, Ross Freeman. Crystal, we stand with you, Ross Freeman. You can come on out the closet over here, bro. We still, even you come out gay. I can still tell you I love you. I still love you. Okay? So come on out, bro. Come on out. Come on out. We love you, man. We love you. I said it sounds like it come out the closet altar call. I'm just saying, he's clear. There's clearly something going. Yeah, everybody heard me. Offered to wrench Lincoln's knee. Now, y'all know he just had the knee surgery. Clearly, he don't want nobody wrenching his knee. Clearly, that's just me picking with him. But to hear that and think, oh, that's gay. You gay. You know what I'm saying? That's not even clearly you know. But this is a safe space for you. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Yeah, this is a safe space. Anyway, I have other things that I have other things, a couple other things that I want to talk about. This is kind of a public service announcement, and I guess it goes right with Ross. This is kind of for you. It wasn't meant to be for you because I didn't know you was gonna,
There's no indication of a
I didn't know you were gonna, come out the closet or whatever. But apparently, the U.S. leads the world in monkeypox cases, and nearly 40% of all those infections are among Black people. Yeah. according to the White House, Dr. what's it, Dmitry Daskalakis, I think that's his name. They said it's optimistic about the decline in monkeypox cases. And they said a number of communities, the white community, the number of cases are going down. But the U.S. leads the world with infections as of Wednesday, with 21,274 cases that have been reported. About 98% of those cases are men, and about 93% of those men say they had sexual contact with other men. But they say that the number of cases, while cases in white men have dropped in recent weeks, Black people are making up a growing percentage of infections, nearly 38% during the final week of August, according to the latest data available. 38% were Black men or Black people. I said early on, in the early weeks of the outbreak, Black people made up less than 25% of the cases. But now they're like close to 40. Of course, Latinos are disproportionately affected, making up around 33 or so percent. But they say that clearly the message is getting through to the white community. And so maybe they need to focus more on the Black community to get them to kind of get vaccinated and take things serious. To get vaccinated and take things serious. So, there's that. Just, I don't really know how to talk about it because I don't want to seem, I don't want to be the person that they find a tape of 20 years from now. Well, if they find a tape, that means somebody took this and put it on a tape. But if they find a video 20 years from now to kind of express how ignorant we were about monkeypox, and I'm like, it's a gay disease. But if like 90 something percent of the people are getting it are men who have sexual contact with other men, like that's not necessarily the way to spread it. It's spread through direct contact, they say. That's what they say. I'm not stating it as a fact. I'm just telling you this is what they say. So if 90 something percent, 93 to 98% of the people who are getting it are men who had sexual contact with other men, I guess it's not fair to say it's a gay disease, but it's traveling in gay circles. It's got some gay friends. If it's not a gay disease, it definitely has some gay friends. So just, be aware. Be aware. I know a lot of people are fist bumping and stuff now. And it sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous to say, but look at people's hands before you fist bump them. Just because, you know what I'm saying, if they, he's a hardworking man. He got them scars on his knuckles. Like, I don't know. John May says, just get the shot. If you want to get the shot, they say there's a vaccine for it. And if you want to get the shot, go get the shot. I'm not one who's big into telling people to get a shot. But they say that there's a vaccine out there for it. The efficacy of the vaccine, they've kind of been all over the place. Last I looked it up, and there was some CDC official talking about it. That particular CDC official was saying they believed that it would be effective, but they couldn't say for sure whether or not it would be. So I don't know if it's effective or not. I don't know. But just know it's out there. It's out there. And, take care of yourself. Be aware. Be aware. Anybody, this was not, I didn't really even prepare to talk about this, but I just thought about, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got CNN, I mean, MSNBC over here. Queen Elizabeth doctors, they're concerned for her health. They say family members are arriving at Balmoral Castle. So, the family's gathering. And I guess she's probably about to die. And for everybody, kind of, I'm not big on the whole royal thing. I'm not big, like, they not real. I'm the king of talk. That's real. This queen and stuff of England and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not all caught up in it. I'm not all caught up in it. But she's human. And so, any human, I mean, she's had a nice, long, good life. She's had a nice, long, good life. Certain she's had the best medical care that money can afford. And, sometimes you get old and it just becomes your time. It's time to pass away. So, I'm glad she's got good medical care. I'm not like all broke down, like, oh my God, the queen. Oh my God, the queen. But, you know, a few years ago, I got to a point where I was like, I found myself feeling bad anytime I heard of somebody dying. Anytime I heard of somebody dying. I didn't have to know them. They didn't have to be anyone of any significance. But when I I don't open up the paper. I don't get a physical newspaper. But when I open up a website and I see accident on some stretch of road and, there was one death, I'm like, I feel bad for that family. They just lost this person and that's a life gone. And I'm like, I feel, I don't, I've been taking it for the last few years, just taking death a little harder than I had been previously. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. But maybe I'm just getting older and, dealing with my own mortality maybe. I don't think so. I think I really did deal with that a long time ago. But I don't know, it's just something happened a few years ago. Something happened a few years ago and I'm like, "Oh, I hate to hear that so and so died." Did you know him? No. Why you so hate to hear they die? Because it's somebody, it's a human that's no longer here. So yeah, I even though she's old and it's, I guess just her time still. Now, in terms of, oh, the queen is dying, I'm not on all of that. I mean, I know it's going to be big news because, she's the queen of England. That's going to be big news. Come on. When, what's his name? The guy just got assassinated. Was that Abe? Abe, was that him? Was it the Japanese prime minister who got assassinated? That didn't even really, I didn't really see much news about that. I believe he was the former, let me look it up. Which I don't want to necessarily say he was. Shinzo Abe, former prime minister of Japan. Somebody just came up and blasted on him. Just like a homemade gun. And just came up and blasted on him. And that didn't make a whole lot of, I mean, I saw it, clearly I wouldn't know about it if it didn't make the news. But like I've had MSNBC on and CNN on and all that, and this is like wall to wall. And that wasn't the case with Abe. But I felt bad for dude. Like, he just out there, campaigning like anybody else would, and somebody just come up and blast on him. I felt bad. Like, oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible. So yeah, I feel for the family who's losing a loved one. But I ain't like, oh my God, the queen. Oh, God save the queen. No, no. She's had a good life. Better than most. Better than most. Their queen is well into her 90s, right? She lived a great, privileged, long life. That's my prayer, that I live well into my 90s, healthy, and die a natural death. How old is she? Because I know she up there. She is up there. Queen Elizabeth is 96. So yeah, she up there. And she has lived an entire life of privilege. An entire life of privilege. So, yeah. Sometimes you die. Sometimes you die. But, I guess that's kind of all you can hope for. But that wasn't what I wanted to talk about. I just glanced over the looking it up. This was what I'll go back one more. Okay, you stop it. Francis, is it Tiafoe? Francis Tiafoe? Anybody else kind of, I have to be honest. He was nowhere, because I don't follow men's tennis. I follow women's tennis just a little. I followed it a lot more when Venus and Serena were, kind of at the peak of their playing and fame and everything. I followed it a little more than I do now, and I very rarely follow men's tennis. But I'm gonna be watching now because that's the brother who is into the semifinals. He's the first Black American man to reach the US Open semifinals since Arthur Ashe. 24 years old, grew up in Maryland. What they say, his father was like a janitor or something like that. His, some kind of blue collar job or something. And I mean, he out there playing. He out there playing. So, I'm out there now. I'll be watching and I'll be rooting for him, which might be like the kiss of death, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. I'll be watching. I'll be rooting for him. When does he play next? Let's see. Men's singles. He plays Friday, tomorrow at 3:00. Tomorrow at 3:00. Or somewhere thereabouts. Excuse me. There are two semifinals scheduled for tomorrow at 10. At 3. So my guess is he'll play the late match. But yeah, I'm rooting for the brother. I don't know a whole lot about him. But I will be rooting for that brother to win. It'll be cool, to see him win. That'd be cool. Yeah. That's what I hope to see. Now let me see.
Playtime.
Oh, stop it.
Choice for Medicaid is here.
I don't know if
Anthem.
Y'all may not be able to hear it, but this audio just keep popping in. There was something else that I wanted to discuss on here. I did want to talk just a little bit about Donald Trump. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot. I don't really have a whole lot to say because there's not much that needs to be said. And I don't understand the people who are kind of defending it. Like, I understand the Trump people who are defending him. They're Trump people. They're gonna defend him. But I don't think this takes a whole lot of looking into. Look, you was the president. You took some documents you ain't had no business taking. Apparently, the Department of Justice said, hey, bruh, we need them documents back. And you was like, all right, here they are. But you didn't really give them all back. So they had to go in, get a search warrant, and rummage through your stuff to find the documents. And they still not sure that they found all of them because some of the envelopes was empty. You had stuff that you had no business having. Stuff that if I had, I would be in jail already. He should be in jail. That's that simple to me. It's that simple to me. If they got proof that he had what he had, and Nikki says they announced the Queen Pass. On MSNBC, they haven't made that announcement yet. On MSNBC, they haven't made that announcement yet, but it's possible. She might have passed. She might have passed. I know now people mad at me. You're so cavalier about it. Like, All right. So CNN is reporting that Queen Elizabeth has died at 96. So, all right, there you go. Like Brent, yeah. So now Charles becomes the king. Charles becomes the king, apparently. And that's that. That's that. Somebody say MSNBC made the announcement now. I just turned from it. You can't be late. You can't be late. If you ain't first, you're last. Everybody knows that. If you're not first, you're last. So they might as well have been last. Scott says, you should be crying. I'm not crying. I'm not happy about it. Like, yeah, good. That bitch. I'm not. No, I have no animosity towards her personally. So Janice says she got some errands. She got to run. See you later. Anybody, is there, this is I feel like it's a legit question. Is there anyone who's like broken up over this? Anybody watching now that's broken up over this? Anybody? I mean, again, it's bad, but I mean, bad in the sense that, somebody lost someone that they love. But other than that, dude, she own half the planet. Ever. Michelle says, sad, but nope. Sean says, nope. CK says, what happened? Broke up over what? The Queen of England died. The Queen is dead. That broken up over that. McConnell say, nah, my life goes on. I don't even know. And there were people who did not know Diana, who was broke up over Diana. Like black people crying and stuff over Diana. And of course, I'm not even talking about like when the news broke, which would have been weird for me anyway. I'm not even talking about when the news broke, because that was like overnight here. I remember I was watching Showtime at the Apollo, and they broke in like, Princess Diana has died, or Lady Diana, or whatever they were calling her at that time. And I was like, okay, can we get back to to, amateur night? Can we get okay, she died. That's terrible. It's tragic. There ain't nothing I can do about it, but I can enjoy some bad singing on amateur night. And then that next day, which had to be like a Sunday, because I believe Showtime at the Apollo came on, at least when I was watching it, that was a Saturday night. It was on I think it was on NBC, but it might have been on 64 after Saturday Night Live. And Sunday, I ran into people, and black people, was broke down. Like, I'm like, did you know her? Like, was she your cousin or something? Like, why? I'm not saying you can't be sad. I just be trying to understand the connection that people have with these people that they don't know, that they never talk to, that they, anything like that. I try to understand the connection that these people have. And people were broke down. Crystal says, you're allowing a lot of profanity to escape your lips lately. Did I use profanity? I'm pretty sure I did not use profanity. I'm fairly certain. Purple Pro says, Diana was a woman's woman. I'm not sure what that means. Why are we so invested in the British monarchy anyway? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Raven says, the Queen has passed. Oh my God. A moment of no. We knew. We knew. We said that a while ago. And my question is, and even to you, Raven, how much do you care? Now, again, I'm not talking about just on a human level that another human died, because I mentioned it earlier. I'm in a space in my life where any death of even just some random person whose name I don't know, I turn on the news and I see there was a one car accident and flipped over and somebody was pronounced dead. More details later. I'm like, oh, that's another human that's dead. I'm not talking about on that level. I'm talking about, do you care on any other level? Any other level? In comparison to the queens before her, she was a good queen. What made her a good queen? Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm a little ignorant because I was kind of under the impression, and maybe I'll do a little more reading, but I was kind of under the impression that she was really just kind of a figurehead. Like, the monarchy, they don't really wield power. They don't really wield power like that. Like, they're just kind of figureheads that are there to be there. It ain't like, and forgive me, I just finished watching Game of Thrones like last week. It ain't like Westeros, you know what I'm saying? Where the king is like, go cut his head off, and you gotta cut his head. It's not that kind of thing anymore. So what did she do in comparison to the queens before her that made her a good queen? And I'm not saying that she wasn't. I'm pleading ignorance. I don't know. Veronica said, nope. If the monarchy died with her, so be it. Purple Pro says, white people were broke down over Tupac. I'm not sure I understand what your point is, Purple Pros. If you can, flesh out your point for me, I'll gladly listen to it. Or you could call 513-717-5464. And that way you don't have to flesh it out in 1,000 messages. We can just have a conversation. Regina, I'm assuming she's talking about Lady Diana or Princess Diana or whatever, Diana. It was sad, and the way she died. But I mean, people was crying like the next day. Was crying like the next day. Look, I kind of get that with a musical artist. I know this is gonna sound to some of y'all, this is gonna sound ridiculous. But with the musical artist or something like that, I actually kind of get that. I really do believe music is a special thing. Music is a special thing that, yeah, you get honest. It might help you through the worst time of your life. Um, it might present you some of the greatest joy. Your life has a soundtrack. When you hear certain songs, it takes you back to a certain place where you were. Anytime I hear Groove Me, I got my first ticket listening to Groove Me. My first ticket. Every time I hear Groove Me, I'm back in that 1978 Buick LeSabre on Winton Road, getting pulled over and beat up by the police. Every time I hear Groove Me, I'm right back there. So there's a emotional connection to music. So when Michael Jackson died, when Prince died, you know what I'm saying? When Marvin Gaye died, I understand people like weeping because in some way they were a part of you. But Diana didn't have no hit songs that I know about. You know what I'm saying? She dropped an album that I wasn't aware of. And I'm not saying you couldn't have an emotional connection to her. I'm just asking because I don't understand it. So I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. Are back on the Monday through Friday, 12 to 3 p.m. Or have you still been on? I think I know what you meant. I try to be here Monday through Friday from 12 until December, it'll be 2:30. Then once my daughter graduates, and then she can pick up, drop off the baby and pick the baby up and all that kind of stuff. But I leave at 2:30 now because I got to go pick that little baby up. Unless, of course, moms or pops go pick her up. But I try to be on Monday through Friday, 1 to 3. 1 to 3. And the only reason 1 is because I listen to the Lincoln Ware Show. I like the Lincoln Ware Show. So I check him out. And then when he's done, I'm here. So that's that. Lewis says Princess Diana, JFK Jr., Tupac Shakur, Robin Harris, Mount Rushmore of death in the 90s. Okay. Scott says Michael Jackson. Yes. Women all over the world love Diana. It's just a thing. But help me understand it. Like I have sisters, and my mom was alive then, and wasn't none of them crying. But there were some, I did see some black women that was like literally shedding tears, almost breaking down when the conversation about Princess Diana came up. And I'm like, why? Why? I didn't understand it. I'm not saying it's wrong. Purple Pro says, I think Purple Pro is having an argument with me, but I don't think I'm arguing correctly because we not beefing. You're the one talking about it. I wasn't planning on watching anything about the Queen, but now that you mention it, all right. People were felt for her because she was humiliated by the royals. All right. In terms of what she did, she wasn't tyrannical for one thing. Who's the last queen that you know of that was tyrannical? I might have read a few too many Stories. Compare the Queen to Michelle Obama for us. Is there any comparison? Is there any comparison? I'll think about that. I might come back. I'm coming in late. Did the Queen die? Yeah, she kicked the bucket. She did. She out of here. That's what they're reporting. Shaba Zulu want to know, why should black people care about the Queen? I'm kind of the same here. Fame, he's talking about sports betting. He says, take Matthew Stafford to throw 2 TDs. Game will go under 52. All right. I'm not watching the NFL, so I know that's coming up this weekend. People talking about, I think they're talking about Diana. They still believe it was a setup. Veronica says that's true. She pretty much inherited all the stolen loot from her ancestors, but had less power than them. Yeah, because that's not how they get down there anymore. Like, I couldn't even tell you who's the prime minister now. I know Boris Johnson stepped down, and I don't know even if they've selected a new one or whatever. So I don't know who it is. Actually, I think it's a woman, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's kind of where, those are where Parliament and that's where the power kind of lies over there now. It's not all in the Queen's hands. Or at least that's my understanding. I don't live over there, so I could be wrong. Diana did bring more attention to the plight of people of color in certain countries, especially children. Okay, that's good. And that's what made people outwardly weep and whatnot. Actually, she was her father was the king, but there were many tyrannical queens throughout history. Well, I mean, if you like, she was better than the other queens when the other queens and kings actually had power. Like they ran stuff. And that's if you believe, what I'm saying, all these historical tales that we hear about. I would have to look, and I've never cared enough to know, which is not a good thing on my behalf. I'm saying this is a negative on me. I've never really cared that much to know, when did Parliament and all of that kind of stuff kind of come into being, and when did that power shift happen? Because we hear about, the king this and the king that. But how long has the king been a figurehead, or the royal family over there been just a figurehead with no real political power? I don't know this. Thus, I'm asking the question. We were listening to Groove Me in the Limo on the way to the prom at the Knickerbocker Hotel. I don't think I like the name of that hotel. My daddy would tell me, you can't say Knickerbocker. Sound too much like, you know what he would say. You can't say Knickerbocker. That's what my daddy would say. I'm telling you right now. In downtown Chicago, when I hear Groove Me, I think of my prom. I heard a radio host say he was on a plane when Michael Jackson died, and when they landed, the pilot announced on the plane he died. He said everyone on the plane cried, and when he got in the airport, everyone was breaking down, and it was crazy to see. That wasn't my experience. Of course, I worked in radio when Michael Jackson died, and I wasn't on the radio. We were actually doing I think like Sharpton was on or something. Like something was happening, and when we got the word that Michael Jackson died. And I was like, oh, it did kind of knock the wind out of me for a second because I was totally unexpected. And again, I used to be a huge Michael Jackson fan. I had the moves and everything, believe it or not. I know most of you will not, but I'm telling you, I had the moves and everything. I went home. People didn't know I told them, and everybody was a little shocked. But then I went to, the grocery store, and everybody in the grocery store was just chilling. I turned on the TV and people was crying and stuff. But in my real life, I didn't actually see anybody cry over the death of Michael Jackson or Prince. No real person that I know cried, at least that I saw, at the death of Michael or Prince. So, different people handle things different way. Miss Lucky Charms got breaking news for us. It looked like the Queen passed. I just seen it on the news. She was 96. Oh my God. A moment. No, we already know. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. I need to know who those black women are that cried over Diana. I'm just telling you it happened. It happened. That's all I'm telling you. I saw it with my own eyes. Why y'all laughing? I'm telling you, I had the moves. Just get in touch with one of my family members, one of my brothers or sisters, and they will tell you I could have won a contest. I'm glad I didn't, because that's the way that one boy ended up getting molested by Michael Jackson, according to his story. So I'm glad I didn't win a contest, but I'm telling you, I had the moves. Fame says he feels sorry for her great grandson, Archibald. And there are people on social media over there talking about it's Meghan Markle's fault that the Queen died. Like, that is some really racist. That I don't know. I never thought of going. Why do I have this button all the way up to the top? I don't know. I never thought of going over to Great Britain or England or, any of the countries in Great Britain. Never really thought about going over there. Doesn't seem like something I would like. But when I see all of this stuff, I'm like, they kind of racist over there. And I don't know why. It's a little shocking to me. Not that I thought that they wouldn't be. But I don't know why. Racism is all over the world. So I don't know why. Do I tense up when I hear Groove Me? I don't tense up, but I do think about that incident every time. Come on, you got to tip. This got to be, you have a soundtrack to your life. What song is it that puts you in a really good space, transports you back to a really good memory, or transports you back to a really bad memory? Because they're out there. That's what music does. It helps you get through things. It sometimes it's like, when people are like really sad and they listen to sad songs, there's something in that song that they identify with. It could be speaking directly to their situation, and they like it help you feel deeper whatever it is that you're feeling, so that you can, maybe hopefully move on from it. I guess some people it's the opposite way. It helps you dwell on it, and then it can become unhealthy. It's not funny. I I had all the Michael Jackson moves. I did. McConnell says, any other topics? Well, if you want to talk about something, you can give me a call, 513-717-5464. Oh, Brent's calling in. Let's see what Brent has to say. Brent.
What's going on, Emanuel?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. So you could do the entire Thriller video. Is that what you're telling us?
No, I couldn't do the entire. I could do a good portion of it. I could do a good portion of it.
Oh, man. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. I thought you was a Michael Jackson fan. Oh, man. But yeah, just wanted to hit you real quick. You just brought up with songs that made you happy and songs that made you sad.
All right.
I put in there hearing Public Enemy Fight the Power. 1989.
Okay.
That's one of those songs that just gets you pumped and gets you hyped and amped. Because most of my heroes back then didn't appear on a stamp. But that was one of those songs that, because that was right before the year I went to Tuskegee. But that was one that even in my hometown got played, which was surprising. But the song that made me sad, but in a good way, is when we're on our way to my great-grandmother's funeral. On the radio came on Diane Ree's song, Better Days.
All right.
And, that song was just it wasn't on the radio. I'm sorry, it was on a mixtape.
Okay.
That my mom had made. So after it played, she had forgotten all about the song and everything. And after it played, I just can remember her rewinding it probably for the next half hour and everything with tears coming down her face. But it was, with tears of joy.
Yeah.
Of course, because, she gave flowers in and there. But, but every time I hear that song, I think of Granny and, but in a good way. So I'm like, yep. So that's all I had for you. I got to get back to work, but come on now, you got to be able to do all the moves that you claim to be a Michael Jackson fan.
I'm just saying,
you got to show us something.
I don't remember all of it. Like, I never learned it. I could watch it and do it with them.
Right.
But I never learned it, just if the song was on, I just couldn't break out and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So did you have the red jacket?
I didn't. We wasn't wealthy, man.
Right.
I had
all right, but that's all I got for you.
All right, Brent. Yeah, I had to just do it just in a regular old shirt. You know what I'm saying? I had a regular old shirt, probably some corduroys on, doing my little Michael Jackson. Yeah. I can't do none of that no more. I can't even dance no more. I don't know what happened. Let's see. There was something else. Ari Spears has finally spoken out about the idea that he did what he's accused of doing in that lawsuit. He says, I'm not guilty of anything. This is a quote. Obviously, for legal reasons, I really can't talk about anything at this time, but I just more or less want to say to all the loyal listeners, thank you guys for all your for all your support and for your love. I got choked up. He says, listen, this is an extortion case. This is a shakedown, and I didn't need my lawyer to tell me to say this, but I'm going to echo her words. We won't be shaken down. And believe me, it's bothering me not to talk about the skit because Andy and I have been talking about it, and there's some very valid things I feel like I have to say or want to say, but just can't at this time. He continued, and I'm no coward. I'm not running from anything, and I'm not guilty of anything. It's the reason why I'm not turning my attention or my mentions off on my Instagram. It's the reason why I'm not deleting any of my old posts. And I would love to address it head on. Tony Montana, Scarface balcony scene, shooting 1,000 Colombians, but I can't. And it's paining me to do because I'm a fighter, not a runner. And my character's being assassinated. Again, I want to address the skit especially, but I just can't. He goes on He says, what's killing me? All the people hitting me up. At no point is there a little bit of common sense or red flags. Whatever, man. People are just running with this. And it didn't help the Lizzo thing. So I'm having a bad week. But it be what it be. All right. So he says he didn't do anything. He says he didn't do anything. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that I believe him, and I can't say that I believe the accuser. Again, I didn't watch the skit. Don't plan on watching the skit. I bet they wish, though, now they wouldn't have did the skit. Lewis, you don't have to ask if you can call. Just dial the number. 717-5464. Maybe I have to say it. People, you can call the show. You can call the show anytime I'm on. You can call 513-717-KING. 513-717-5464. Anytime I'm on, you can call. Angela say he trying to play hard. So I don't know, Angela. I don't know. Here's what I know. I've been accused falsely of doing things. And I've had people tell me, nah, just let it go. We'll deal with it when it's time to deal with it. And I just know it is hard. It is difficult to just let it go and not say anything when you didn't do anything. It is very difficult. CK say he about to call. All right, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, CK. I'm waiting. It is difficult to not say anything when you have not done anything wrong. So from that perspective, that make me believe that at the very least, he believes he didn't do anything wrong. He believes he didn't do anything wrong. But again, I don't know who did wrong, who didn't do wrong. If the skit is as it is described to me, it's horrible. It's horrible. But again, that's a big if. I don't know. I ain't seen it and don't plan on seeing it. Haven't seen it. Don't plan on seeing it. Don't plan on watching it. If it's true what people say is on the video, the child was 7 years old in underwear. Who's comfortable with that? Look, that's what I said. If it's true, what they saying happened on the video, happened on the video. It's disturbing, to say the least. It's disturbing. But, I don't know. I don't know. It was, maybe just some bad decision making. Maybe just some bad decision making. But it's not something I want to see. It's not something I want to see. I'll leave that to the lawyers and maybe some jurors if it ever come down to that. But for me, I'm cool on it. I'm cool on it. What's it like? You should know better than to do certain stuff. You should know better. And it's not like this happened in 1973. This happened in the 2000s. Who, since the year 2000, what adult don't know? Look, you can't be playing around with kids because people will accuse you of doing all kind of stuff. So always err on the side of caution. Who hasn't known that for years? I don't know why things were so crazy in the 60s and 70s, maybe early 80s. I don't know why things were so crazy. But at least since 2000, the message has been out there. And I guess for some people, you just have to spell stuff out. Thou shalt not make a video with a 7-year-old in their drawers. Really? I didn't know that was bad. Hold on, you're telling me that's bad? Yeah, that's bad. Don't do it. Okay. Woo. I'm glad you told me. Because I sure had this video camera and see that little 7-year-old in his drawers. I was about to tape some stuff. But now I won't because you said not to do it. Oh, and by the way, don't record a video with a 14-year-old girl pretending to give you fellatio. I was going to say something else. So I had to clean it up. Like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. You telling me that's bad too? Yeah, that's bad. Like, I just want to make sure I understand what's happening here. You telling me that I'm not allowed, it's not a good idea to have a 7-year-old in their drawers and take a video of myself pretending to do sex acts to him. You telling me that that's bad? Yeah. And you telling me, see that 14-year-old over there? She was just about to pretend to do, like, no, don't. Okay, if you say it's bad, here, take this camera, put it up somewhere. Who didn't know that? Who didn't know that in 2000? And that video was what, 2014 or something like that? 2013, 14, or 17, 18, something like that. Who didn't know that? I know, look, if it wasn't that little baby, I'm not watching no other people's kids. Like, I respect people who do child care and all of that kind of stuff. Because they putting themselves in harm's way. You got to go out of your way to make sure that people know that their kids are safe around you. So it makes perfect sense that you wouldn't do a video pretending to do bad things to kids. But just reading that and listening to him say it, he really does believe that he didn't do anything wrong. And he specifically said, oh, it's so much he want to say about that skit. As if there's anything you can say about it that would make it okay. Again, if it is the way that it's been described. What can you say about it? You think people gonna be like, oh, well, yeah, he should have did that video. It made perfect sense now. And now, bro, man, forget all of them. Forget what they talking about. You should have did the video. You was right. Tiffany already came out and said she wished she hadn't taken part of the video, which could come off as an admission of guilt. Yeah, she said it was meant to be funny, but it clearly wasn't funny, and she wished she hadn't have did it. Black Wolffish, and then just, sometimes I feel like he be an apologist for this stuff. He said, why ain't they in jail? The mother let the child do the skit, not according to the accusations. According to the accusations, the parents had no idea. They didn't know. They did this without the parents' knowledge. If they filmed it and she never saw it, then they should pay dearly. Well, that's what they are accusing them of. And so then apparently, I guess when she saw it, that's when she started trying to sue them. Now, they say she was trying to shake them down. I don't know who was trying to do what. I don't know. I'm not judging Tiffany and Aries as guilty of committing a crime. I just don't know that. I can't say that. I can't say that. Man, some of y'all be getting really aggressive. Black Wolf say he ain't apologizing. It sound like some apologizing. Sound like some apologizing. And I believe you apologized for Bill Cosby too. And maybe R. Kelly. I believe you apologized for all of them. Yeah, that's what they're alleging. Yeah, the mother didn't know. Angela says, seemed the mother was going for a cash settlement, not a criminal case. Let me see. Oh, Black Wolf Fish said F you. Foo. I'm not sure what foo means. If you can, clarify that for me, I would appreciate it. McConnell said it's about money at the end of the day. Maybe. Let me put it this way. Because when people say it's about money, as if that's a bad thing, and that means that they're trying to like shake them down or something like that. If at the age of 14 or 15, I was taken advantage of, which thank God I wasn't. But if at the age of 14 or 15, I was taken advantage of, and then I turned 21, 22, and now I can sue for damages, I'm going to sue for damages. Because I can't put you in jail. All I can do is sue you. Now, won't they try to file charges? They have reached out to the district attorney in LA, and they've said, look, we can prove what we're saying. Call us in, interview us. We can prove it. We want y'all to investigate. So they've called for it. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. You say it's about money. It's about money. That sounds like, a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If that's all what else can I do? What else can I do? All I can do is sue you for money. So, yeah, it's about money at that point. Because that's the only way that I can punish you, so to speak. GED section always saying stuff. We don't know what it means. Oh, wait a minute. We got breaking news. Queen Elizabeth died. E-Man called it. He knows things. That's right. I do know things. But that's, Lewis says it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with the age of consent. Well, I mean, they're suing them for money. So, well, that's what people say. It's all about money. Let me see. There was, what else? There was something else that I wanted to discuss. I really don't think I fleshed out my whole Trump thing, but I don't think that there was much to flesh out. To me, that's like what open and shut should be. Open and shut. And I heard somebody was saying, the MSNBC reported that they're not going to arrest Trump, that he's definitely not going to jail. And the reason is because if Donald Trump go to jail, the Secret Service has to go to jail. Yeah, flesh out. You've never heard that term? Look it up. It's a thing. The idea being I have the bones of an idea, the idea got good bones, but I need to put flesh on the bones to bring it alive. So you flesh out the idea. It's a thing. It is. But yeah, that's not true. That's not true. And I don't watch MSNBC 24 hours a day. But for the one or two people watching who may not know how to watch the news, I want to help y'all out. But hold on, let me get CK in here first. Whew, this is going to be good. CK.
Oh my God, we busy as hell. I had to get to you, brother. I had to get to you. You hear me?
Bro, don't burn nobody fries trying to get to me. Like, everybody should get a good meal.
Hey, I had to do it. Listen, I'm devastated. You hear me? We lost the Queen. You know what I mean? You talking about Queen Elizabeth?
What do you mean we lost the Queen? We never had the Queen.
Oh my God. Listen, this woman, I mean, first Young Dolph, now this. You remember Young Dolph down in Memphis?
No.
The King of Memphis.
No, I don't know Young Dolph.
Well, Kobe Bryant. Do you remember Kobe Bryant?
I remember Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Now we lost the Queen. How much can we deal with?
Who is we?
This is mental health.
We didn't lose
America.
the Queen. America never had the Queen. She was not the Queen of America.
But we had you know how we is. We act like we care about the little biracial little baby. What the little biracial little baby? It look like the white biracial baby. I ain't never seen an all-white biracial baby.
Well, I mean, if he's white and she's biracial, that means, just fraction-wise, the baby is 3/4 white, at least.
Right. They trying to cash in on our blackness.
That might make a baby look white.
That's what I'm saying. It's too white to be getting credit for black. We need that, you know what I mean? You're going to have to go for Michelle Obama if you want to get our, you know what I mean, understanding. And as far as this, remember the Aries Spears character, the Tiffany Haddish?
I'm not sure.
Okay, listen. These people, like you said, they knew what it was. What the hell you thinking, Mr. Spears, to come up with this idea? See, we have to be.
Hold on, wait. You said the people knew what it was. What people knew what it was?
Aries Spears knew what. I'm saying, what's going on in his mind to make him think this gonna be funny?
Okay.
Like, he know what it is. Like, come on now. You gonna really think this gonna... It didn't even make the cut because it was traumatizing back then in an era where that type of foolishness was okay. Remember? Because ask yourself, do you still listen to R. Kelly, Mr. Livingston?
Hold on, I'll answer that in a second.
Okay.
But what year was this? Was this 2014?
07.
2007.
2007. Yeah.
Okay.
I say 07, but I go with yours 2014 too, so it could be one of them.
Let's go 2007. In 2007, that was not an era where this was considered okay.
It was, sir.
No, it was not.
The Family Guy, I'm saying back in those days, okay, let me give you an example. Girlfriend, when Tony was pregnant, she said, I'm about to have an abortion. All three of her girlfriends went against her and said, you are wrong. Why would you kill a baby? That's that era. That wouldn't even be like that now because times have changed. They wouldn't be like, oh, you wrong. They would break it down. One girlfriend would be on her side like, well, it's her choice. It's her body. She should have an abortion.
What does that have to
Politics
do
have changed.
What does that have to do with a 7-year-old kid in his drawers simulating potentially a sexual act?
The same thing it has to do with Eddie Murphy dropping F-bombs all over Delirious. He can't do it now. It was that era.
Delirious was not 2007.
But I'm saying, so you telling me the cancel era did not disappear? It just happened in the last 5 years, sir, with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
CK.
That was the invention of the cancellation era.
CK.
Back then, you could try those type of ideas. You can't do that now. You have look at Family Guy. They made jokes about pedophilia and stuff back then because America was cool with it. And going back to the question, when did you stop listening to R. Kelly?
I'm not sure when I stopped listening to R. Kelly.
What year? How long ago was it?
I just said. Are you even listening to me?
No, I'm saying you said you don't know. I mean, that's so you're gonna leave yourself out on this one because this gonna prove. That's what I'm saying. You got to hold account. So since he was out, everybody, America knew who he was since he came with Aaliyah. So what's America tolerated bullshit back in the day?
Oh my God,
that's not tolerated. Hold on, you explain it. Why did people wait for a Lifetime show to come out to start listening to him? You knew what he was before Lifetime came out.
A lot of people really didn't. And the people who did.
Oh my God.
A lot of people didn't. And the people who did, they didn't give it much thought. They just liked the music, so they listened to the music. I guess they kind of didn't care.
Yeah, so I'm saying, when did you listen to R. Kelly, or did you when you heard about Aaliyah, you just stopped listening to him in the 90s?
I never really heard about him and Aaliyah being married. Because I didn't follow their personal lives like that. So I thought he was her producer. I knew he was on the album or whatever. So I thought he was her producer. But I never really watched or, read like, oh, what is R. Kelly doing? Who's he having sex with? Who's Aaliyah having sex with? Oh my God.
Did you watch the infamous tape?
I saw a piece of the tape at some point.
There you go.
What?
Now, after you seen the tape, did you ever listen to him again, or was that enough for you to say I would never listen to R. Kelly?
I wasn't sure that was him.
There it is.
There what is?
There it is.
There what is? I wasn't sure.
I'm saying.
CK, hold on.
Okay.
CK. I really wasn't sure that was him because the tape that I saw was really grainy, and I saw it for maybe about 4 or 5 seconds, and I was like, that's nasty. And so I stopped watching it. And that's the honest truth.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch a whole tape like, oh, he getting it. It was a few seconds that I saw of a really grainy tape, and then he was like, that wasn't me. But then and again, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that was him. And when he started talking about that was his brother and all that, I was like, yeah, that was him. But yes, I did still listen to his music.
And this is proof that America
proof
has changed. But listen to the proof. America believed that was him, but did not care because of his celebrity, because of his talent.
CK, I'm still not understanding what you think all of these isolated incidences prove that you're saying today about Ari Spears.
I'm saying it was cool back then, and with the creation process, you was able to make those type of movies. You can't make it now. That's proof.
Oh my goodness, that was not in the 2000s. That was not in the 2000s.
But when did the cancellation era begin, sir? In the last 5 years.
Look,
when did it start?
In 2000,
they didn't care.
Since we just going to 2007. In 2007, we all knew that it was not a good idea to be simulating sex acts with a 7-year-old.
We knew that our whole lives, but America was cool. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hold on. America was the same place where Elvis is no different. But Elvis Presley marrying a 14-year-old. Now you could use that. You could use the term, but everybody knows he was that was pedophilia.
CK, if you can try to keep your examples to 2000 and better, you going back to the 60s, the 70s, can you try to keep them to the 2000s?
What's the difference with Elvis Presley marrying her at 14 then than Justin Timberlake marrying a 14-year-old now? There's no difference. You're just trying to say it's a difference to protect Elvis.
I don't know what. Now I'm trying to protect Elvis. We are not talking about Justin Timberlake marrying somebody. I don't even know if he's married. I don't follow them like that, okay? So we're not talking about Justin Timberlake marrying a kid or Elvis marrying a kid or any of that kind of stuff. You're trying to make the point that people was doing this forever. So in 2007, it was okay to do. And it wasn't.
Proves. Why wouldn't it? If the tape been out for 15 years, that's proven. If it was a problem, then it would have been a big story. Ari Spears was famous. They would have dropped it right there. Look at this shit he putting out. He needs to be locked up.
That's not true.
No, that is true. People seen that bullshit and they didn't give a fuck. Now,
not true.
So why is Eddie Murphy apologizing about the F-bomb now? He wasn't apologizing then. Why is he just doing it within the last 3 years?
All right, CK. I don't
See,
know. CK.
you can't. I'm saying you
can't
admit how the world has changed.
I don't know what you're talking about. In all honesty, I am genuinely confused as hell about
Tiffany
whatever
just
the
told
point
you. She
is
said,
that
"I regret making it," but she didn't. At the time, she thought it was okay. In 2007,
I have no idea what you're talking
She's thinking, "Okay, this is what I got to do to make it in Hollywood."
CK.
This is before the money and the millions.
CK, hey, I appreciate you calling, man. I appreciate your support, but I don't know what the hell you said in this call.
Rest in peace to the Queen, the greatest. We done lost Kobe Bryant and the Queen. We need them all. You hear me? We need them all. Queen. You remember Queen?
All right. See, I think
Kobe
you have
Bryant,
an issue.
number 24.
Like picking out when you were a kid and you were in school, and they would have a little worksheet, and it would have multiple things on the worksheet, and it would say pick out the 2 like items. Did you do good on those type of things?
I'm one of the dumbest.
So it would be like a chicken bone.
It'd
be like a chicken bone, a beach ball, a house, an apple, and an orange. And they said, pick out the 2 like items. Was you like chicken bone and house? And they was like, how are those alike? Yeah, it's a chicken bone. Where do you eat a chicken bone? In your house. Chicken bone and house. Or were you like, okay, the apple and the orange, they're both fruit. I think you were probably the chicken bone house.
They asked me, what did I want to be when I grow up? In the first grade, I told them 7. That tells you everything you know. Mental illness is real, but stop faking like you care about people with mental illness when you just talk about them and disrespect them and degrade them.
I didn't know you had mental illness.
Mentally ill person.
CK, I didn't know you had a mental illness. I apologize.
No, I'm talking about we all dealing with. We just lost the Queen. You telling me you're not mentally hurt by the people you lost?
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't take it. I can't take it. I thought he was saying, look, I have mental illness. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pick with you. We all got mental illness because we just lost the Queen. What? What's his diagnosis? His diagnosis is the Queen died. His diagnosis is the Queen died. That's not a mental. All right. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. Yes, the Queen of England. Yes, the Queen of England. All right, y'all. It's 2:28. I got to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging with me for this hour and a half. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Got to go pick up that little baby. But look, you can feel however you want to feel. I'm not telling you you're wrong if you're devastated because the Queen Elizabeth II died. I'm not telling you you're wrong if you feel that way. Okay? If that's how you feel it. Embrace it. Put on some song that's going to help you get through it. And then, move on. I don't know if I agree that she was our queen. She wasn't our queen. She was a queen. She wasn't my queen. But again, I appreciate y'all. I got to get out of here. As always, I hope something amazing happens in your life today. It's been the Afternoon Experiment. I'm Emanuel Livingston. I'm out, y'all. Peace.